Well, listener, now with me, Mr. Tan Sri Lee, the founder of Cheng Ho Multicultural Education Trust, who attends today's the 7th World Peace Forum in Sultan Hotel, Jakarta. Mr. Tan Sri, the theme of the forum for today is the middle path for the world organizations. So why do you think the organizer choose this theme for this forum?
I think very important, the middle path for the world civilization, where the aim is to create harmony and to really get final peace. And this peace must be based on the individual. So actually middle path is, when we talk middle path, we want everybody to put this in their daily practice. Yeah? And say for example, that, like what I have said in my speech, the words can supply the need for everybody, but you cannot supply the greed. So to have a middle path is a way forward. And as long as everybody take a middle path, not the extreme path, then we can create a better world. So middle path is a central teaching of Islam. I think it's also central teaching of Confucianism. So Confucianism actually teaches about moderation.
Yes.
And then what you don't need, what you don't like, you should not give it to others. A middle path, to explain the middle part of the Confucianism. And of course, when we created this team, is also think that when Pat Lin said about movement, we have to have a middle path movement, and that movement should be centralized on education. And this is why we choose a team.
Yes, as you said, as you mentioned just now, Mr. Tan, that it is involving individual and also different religions.
Yes.
So how to unite those individuals, since millions or billions people in this world and many different religions in this world. So how we take to take them to this middle path?
Yes, first I think we have to really have to education to educate the world, to educate our generation. At the same time, to teach the general public, especially the media. Media must not play the only just reporting, must play education. For example, we said all religious teachers people love. Can you name me one religious that teaches people hate? No.
No.
But we can see a lot of people make use, doesn't take the middle part. They take the extreme part. They make use of religious to teach hatred, create hatred, and highlighted all the differences and not go for the common,
Yes.
Besides, all religious actually also taken middle part. Middle part that, you have to really, like not go extreme, and you want to do sharing, caring,
Yes.
be helpful to others. This is called middle part.
Yes. There is a need to take a middle path. There is a need to educate. Even the we'll call it the media have to educate the people. But in what way? Because we have in Indonesia, for example, we are a diverse country. We have Islamic schools, we have Catholic schools, we have Christian schools, and maybe it is the same in other countries. So how, in what way?
That's why multiculturalism become very important. So multiculturalism means we have to let people know that we have to accept each other's differences and just go for the common value. Say, for example, language.
Yes.
Some people say, oh, I just want to speak one language. But we tell people, you learning more language is advantage for you, multiculturalism. You will get benefit to it. But some people just choose one language. But sometimes we say even one language, never mind. It's important of the content of the language. That is what we mean that, you take a middle part. you have to learn the content of the language. So when you learn the content of the language, you find the meaning, you know. Like say, for example, you know, the content of the Quran is so good. Even I'm not a Muslim, I should try to learn because it's like a vitamin or like medicine, you know. So I think we have to really open, you know. So the education is teach people to learn really the multiculturalism, to learn the openness, like what just now the minister said, to learn to inject the tolerance.
Yes.
These are all very, very important to put into people's daily life. And to put in a people's daily life, the moderation is not about just toward the society when you're outside there, when you come to the group interest. Now the problem, a lot of people have been trapped, like the grouping interest. I am Malay, you are Chinese, I am Indian, you are Caucasian. People are trapped into this. When we take moderation, you should start also middle part, start with your family. Like just now the minister has said, women, you know, don't leave out the women. I would like to say, don't leave out the ladies. Because a lot of men who are actually, a lot of men are actually are decision maker, either in the religious group, political group, in the corporate group, they're all. We have to remind the ladies are our mother.
Yes.
The ladies are our wife.
Yes.
The lady are our daughter.
Yes.
So we have to remember that, you know, to take a moderation. Then you see, the middle part actually is start in our lady life, you know. And we have to put that into practice. And of course, all these things, you need a lot of, what do you call, movement, you need a lot of effort, and you need brainstorming, especially with today's multimedia. And then if, of course, we also want the ladies, there's a self-examination. But we all have to recognize that the mother is our first cook. The mother is our first teacher.
Yes.
So anything you want to make policy, things like that, you have to think about that for the men's side, you know. So similarly, vice versa, go to the lady side, you know. I would like to see, instead of men and women, I do like to use ladies and gentlemen, you know.
Yes.
The relationship is a harmony relationship, is a cooperation relationship, is not a competition relationship, you know.
Okay. You said that we need moderation, we need to inject the tolerance. So, does it mean that the way the world is taking to settle the conflicts, to settle the problems that the world is facing at this time, like in Syria, like in Afghanistan, in other parts of the world, is a failure? Do you think it, so that's why we need to take this middle path?
No, I think a lot of those things happen. Actually, there is a small group of the politician, which I call it ugly politician. It's happened everywhere, but we have a lot of good politicians, you know. But today's world, that we have to teach people to really differentiate out who is ugly politician, who is a good politician. I mean, today is no more emperor time, you know. Those days it depend on the emperor. You know?
Yes.
Now today it depends on the democracy.
Yes.
So today we also say that the democracy, because of the politicians sometimes vote so important, you know. So they will use all kind of their resources and things like that, and the value is lost, you know. So the question when we do this kind of thing is to bring back to the table, to the people's mind about moderation, about the middle part. See, say for example, in a country you are a decision maker, you are the man. When you want to make a decision about the ladies again, don't think of women. Women is a lady, but I like to use the ladies again. You must be mindful that your mother is also a lady, your daughter is also a lady, your wife is also a lady, and your grandchildren is also a lady. So when we have that conscious, and vice versa, when nowadays we also have what you call ladies leadership now. It's also vice versa. We have to think how to complement each other, you know. And a lot of thinking, as I say, is destructive thinking. But destructive thinking is for change for better, not change for worse.
Okay, maybe the last question, Mr. Tan. So, what do you really expect it, and then what do you want to say to the world from this forum about the middle path?
You see, Indonesia is Islamic, majority Islamic, but Indonesia is very open. We found the practice of Islam here is very, very open, very, very tolerant, and I think that with this forum started here, and then we have so many interaction here, and we should continue. We should continue. Indonesia should take a lead to stand up for the righteousness, to stand up for the justice, to stand up for the freedom. Come with responsibility. We cannot talk freedom without responsibility in the East. Freedom come with responsibility. This forum last time also have talked about the multiculturalism, democracy. We also take one one destiny. We have talked many. So actually, Pak Din is quite strategized. And then after the 6th already, he come up with this, the middle part. And I think he's sending out a message to the world. Indonesia is taking a middle part. Indonesia is taking a middle part for the world civilization, and hopefully, I hope from this, the Indonesia first will take the leadership, on the movement of middle part in ASEAN, in Asia, and the world. That is my expectation, my hope, and because of this, why I am part in our relationship is not built on any business. We are building on the foundation of all these values. He study Islam value, I study Confucius value, and we want to continue to all the civilization have a dialogue here and export to the world.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Tan.
Thank you.
Well, listener, that was the interview with Mr. Tan Sri Lee, the founder of the Cheng Ho Multicultural Education Trust, and who is also one of the speakers in this forum. Thank you. See you next time.
Thank you.
Thank
Voice
you,
of
sir.
Indonesia.
Voice of Indonesia.
So
like you said,
become Voice of Indonesia.
yes.